I did 22 and a half years in the Navy, from 61 to 83. I was in an ordnance field. I was a gunner's mate, which was everything that blows up or shoots. I volunteered a number of times to go to Vietnam because of my .50 caliber experience on riverboats, and I got turned down all the time because they put me in a personnel reliability program with a higher clearance, and the captain said, "I'm not going to let you go." So instead of going and doing my part, I was faced with the end-up conclusion that a lot of the Marines that I knew from my time in the amphibious part of the Navy and a lot of my sailor buddies came home in boxes. To be left out like that was really hard for me. And to be the escort of some of those who were brought back in body bags was extremely difficult because you become brothers with these people. Even in Norfolk, Virginia, which has been a Navy town since the 1800s, people were calling you baby killer and spitting on your uniform. And all of that did not enhance the onset of PTSD, which I didn't even know I had till I was diagnosed a couple of years ago. Establishing the fact that I could get out and intermingle. PTSD is about avoidance for most veterans. So we avoid places where we have to interact and become involved. And the retreat got me out of that box. The rapport between the facilitators and the vets between the vets was really amazing. Making a gift for another veteran was really meaningful to me. It was more personal because it was for a single individual. But all of it was the head, the boots, whatever I chose to do. And it was all left up to choice. It was no pressure to do anything. I mean, you could just sit there and listen and not participate. But everybody elected to participate at some level. And I was amazed at the musical side of it. The musical side was really touched me a lot more than the rest of it. But the artwork was really important. I thought that was an innovative way to bring these feelings out in a physical presentation where you weren't just speaking about it, you were actually demonstrating in art form. Well, I find myself less stressed about the things that I used to be really stressed about. I try to get a little more insight into things. I do a little more research about PTSD. I don't self-evaluate like I used to. I don't self-diagnose like I used to because of my fear to go see someone. The big thing was that I know now I'm not afraid to ask for help. And it helped to listen to other vets' stories. Made me feel less alone. I actually was sad it ended. I'd like to see that retreat 365, 24/7, because there's always going to be something new. Rainey is, I've had her since she was 16 months old, and about 4.5 years ago, she became my service animal. And she quells all of the things that were wrong. She's a calming influence, not comforting, but calming. Having her with me kept me from freaking out during the first day of the retreat. You won't be sorry. It is a must-do if you really want to get well or get on the path to getting well, because there's really no cure for PTSD. There's ways of dealing with it that'll allow you to integrate back into the human form that you lost. The retreat was very, very helpful in that, so please go. Give it a shot. It's like anything else. If you don't do it, you won't know.
Life one piece at a time. One piece at a time.